Well, we finally made it back home after holiday, and we have got some major issues. Now, unfortunately, we have had what poor old Vince has had down the farm. We had a power outcut, and we had the auto feeder on, and we've had a massive deoxygenation. It also looks like the fish have been spawning, which is actually the first time they've ever really tried to spawn. I'm watching them chase each other around. Yeah, that water's quite warm actually. So we've had the pump go, massive deoxygenation, we've lost quite a few fish. Fortunately, at the moment, we haven't lost any really of the new ones. The Sakura Ogon we've lost, the little one that I really liked. And it's mainly been off. We've lost one of the big ones. I'll show you tomorrow. They've been put in the freezer. I'll get them defrosted tomorrow. 7 or 8 fish. We've also lost one small fish in the growing on tank. A very, very small one that I couldn't even tell you what it was. And we're looking major manky in here. So we're down to 5 fish in there. And my little shower is looking a bit agitated. So I think tomorrow, water test, give it a good clean up. UV's still working. So my mum was in floods of tears when I got back. I said, I don't know how to tell you, but you've lost a lot of fish. And I was like, oh, it happens, it's koi keeping. These things happen. I don't blame anybody. Blame yourself for going away, because it wouldn't have happened. But unfortunately, they spent money out on a pump, and I was like, if you'd have just phoned me. I've got 2 EA Very pumps sat in the shed. I've got another oxygenation that's going to be for the little pond. I could have told you exactly what to do, or I could have reached out to the koi community, maybe even Vince or someone local. But, so I'm a bit annoyed because Mum reached out to Brian and kind of took a bit of a piss, but there we go. So I'm not happy. That's alright, I'll lose my custom. So yeah, tomorrow we knew the clarity was going to be crap. We've got to figure out what's been put right, what's been put wrong, find out what's going on with the main pump. I've got to check and see if the actual UV has been no, that's on, that's off. I don't know. Pump's on, but I don't know what it's actually doing. So tomorrow you got to sort all that out, as well as unpack the car, sort the car out before Tuesday. I've got loads to do. And another thing I wish I'd done was cut that hedge. I told Dad I should have done it before he went away. I had a week. He said, no, it'll be fine. And now, literally the damn thing's 15 foot tall again. So that's going to take priority next week. Get that cut down. And this little guy, he's going to have to go on hold for at least a week. So, lots to do. And yeah, Yeah, that must be, yeah. I've just had a message on his local neighbourhood watch thing that he's part of, and there's a guy asking for help with his koi pond. Severely disabled, and yeah, I think that would be good. Bit of extra content for me, clear his filters out, a few different fish for you guys to see, because that's my pond at the moment. And yeah, we are a bit dark, but you can be able to see them tomorrow. So yeah, we've got several issues. Pump's obviously going to have to be done. We have got massive nutrient content. Yeah, what I was going to do was set up that other oxygenation pump. Take a few of the airlines out of the little pond for now. Find some other cables, air hoses, connect a few of them around the pond. So yeah, nice holiday, but a massive disaster. I'll show you the fish in the morning. It's too dark to see them here, they're all frozen together. But yeah, I'm really gutted about the Sakura. There's another fish in there I'm gutted about as well. And there we go. It means more room for better stock. Let's look on the bright side. Hoping that all my growing shows are okay. The Dainichi's healed up in the tank. So as soon as we get that pond sorted, we can get them out. It'll take the pressure off of this. We'll give this a good clean down halfway down. I might even go for a full clean down. It's not ideal, it's not a great thing to do at this time of year. It's pretty silly really if it's really hot, but we'll work that out when we come to it. And like I say, if we can help other people, well, I think next year what I'm going to do is what I was planning on doing. Anyway, I just ran out of time. It was a bit too late when I started the channel. It was a bit too cheeky to ask people. But I'm going to offer a holiday buddy up. So what that means is if you're in my area, East Dorset, West Hampshire, and you want your pond looking after, when you're on holiday, I'll do that. All I ask is I scratch your back and you scratch my back when I go away, because I knew it was a risk leaving Dad and Mum. My dad's not been well at all. It was a silly thing to do. Put a lot of stress on him. It's upset him. So someone with koi knowledge, our fellow koi keeper, as long as it's a decent not miles and hours for me to drive to, I will do your pond while you're away. If when I'm away, you could kindly do my pond. Keep it ticking over. And then hopefully we won't get a disaster. You won't have a disaster like I've had. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. Come back to you in the morning, guys. It's getting dark. Hello, beautiful people. And today is the Saturday of the National, and it's the definite that I won't be going. Even though I don't feel that knackered from the drive home yesterday, which was pretty good, this baby has got to take priority. So I didn't get much sleep last night. It took me a long time to get off because my head was spinning around. What do we do? And the first thing we've got to do is figure out what's going on with the pump. We've also got to figure out if there's any more fish that we can't see that are dead, because they'll make the water quality go even shitter and take the oxygen out. And we've also this water quality shot to pieces. So what we're going to have to do is get the fish out. So we'll have to get the paddling pool set up, and being summer, all the plants are out, and that takes up the entire space. Paddling pool does. So I need to figure out what's going on with that way that's been rigged back up. Get it sorted, get the fish out, check the fish over, work out what we've lost, what we haven't lost, give them a good health check, get them in some clear water in the pond, in the paddling pool, sorry, and then go from there. Also, let's empty the car out from yesterday, and then we've got that to do, we've got the hedge to do. So yeah, it's all go. Ah, dear. Seen a few fish, not seen them all. So I definitely need to find out what we've lost, what we haven't lost. I know what's dead in the freezer, and I'll show you those. Show you guys those in a little bit. It is absolutely baking. I would say 2022. This is not what I wanted to be doing on a hot day, is moving the fish. But I've got no choice. I can't see what's going on. As you can see, complete scum all over the water. I do think the fish have been spawning because that froth is very, very white. Which is a shame because my fish have never spawned since I've been down here. 12 years, they've never spawned. The only ones that have spawned are stew pumpkins. Right then, lots and lots to do. So let's get the paddling pool set up first. I wish I had a smaller one, but I don't. I don't have enough money to buy a smaller one. So let's get that sorted and I'll get back to you. You know, the problem I've got with the paddling pool is I don't have a filter. And what I was possibly thinking of doing is taking the fish out of the tank, because they need doing as well. Put them in the paddling pool as well. And when I put the fish back in, only put the fish back that I'm going to be keeping in the main pond. Everything that's going to be going to the little grow on pond stay in the paddling pool. And that's going to be a nightmare. Figure out. This is why I didn't sleep last night. Well, it's now what, 12 o'clock in the day. I've just got up. I need to get moving. Right, catch you in a bit, guys, when I can figure out what's going on. So we've got the paddling pool filling up. And in this heat, that was a sweat fest. Getting it all together. So I've only got the utmost operation. For those people at the National, I've had to put 50 plus vats together in heat like this. So I've had an idea as well about what I can do for filtration on this thing. So I'll take you over and show you that now. So this is the spare barrel I have. Now it was going to be part of the filter for the grow on pond, but there's not enough room with it for it. And also, stupid me, when I first cut it all up, I did it without checking, and I've actually cut it in the wrong side. So what this is now going to be is a spare filter for when I do the paddling pool, or it's going to possibly be for when I put in the retrofit bottom drain for the main pond. But I'll probably design it for this job and keep it for this job of being a filter for the paddling pool. So you've got a smaller hole there already cut, but I'm going to use a 3-inch because I've got 3-inch pipe laying around, and it's not going to cost me any money by putting that in, and I can make an inside bit with the fittings I've got, and it's not going to affect what we're going to be building for the competition. So let's get this drilled out and show you quickly how to make a filter again. Okay, so what I've done, put the flange on now. Unfortunately, I don't have any liquid black to seal it in, so it's possibly going to leak. It's probably going to leak, but it's only a temporary. And then we've got 3-inch pipe that I've made. Where's that gone? It's over here. Right. Second. So we've got this, similar to what I made from the grow on pond filter. This was the original one I did, that was 3-inch pipe, it didn't fit. So we've got a 3-inch pipe. I'll go in exactly as the other filter does. And then we've got a bit of pipe to go in there, like so. And then what I'm going to do is, that there is the old media out of the pressure filter that I was going to use for the backy shower. I'm still going to use it for that, but temporary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sandwich this core stuff between these two mats, sponges. So one will be on the bottom. Oh, excuse the camera work. And the other one will be on top, like so. Like so. Oh god, can't do things one-handed. It's never advisable. Hang on, let me pause it up for a second. So there we go. That's going to go like that. Let's come back a bit. That's it. So that, and then in the chamber, that's going to sit in the barrel with that stuff in between. That's the best I can come up with for a temporary filter. I hope it works. It's probably going to leak because I've got no liquid black or MS300 ready to go. I need to keep that what I've got left for me filter. I mean, it'll grow on pond. So what I need though is to get a pipe to go to the bottom of that barrel, past that lot. Work that out. Get that in first, but the pipe I've got is being used for that. So I think what I'm going to do next is, before I get the fish out, paddling pool still filling, get the air lines into that ready, and then move the fish, drain the water out, put the pump and the filter on once the fish are in. It's not ideal, but that's the way I've got to work around it. That pump pipe is currently being used, and that is actually the pipe that I use when I'm cleaning the EasyPod. So somehow when I drain the water out of here excuse me, I've got to rig up some kind of pipe system to pump the water out. That's going to be fun, and it is absolutely sweltering now. We are up to probably 24-25 degrees, 18 degrees, that's not right. Your phone's saying 18 degrees, it's not, it's hotter than that. So let's get the airlines done and I'll show you what I'm doing for those. Okay, that's that sorted, and I have got tucked away down there, you can just about see it. There's a pipe, and I'll pull that pipe up a bit, so it's like that. It's going to sink back down, and we'll connect the pipe that comes from the very pump, which I've just found. That's it. That will go from there to that pipe. Got the airlines all set up. Now I'm looking at some of these, and to have these in the actual filtration system, I don't think that's going to bobble it up enough for a moving bed. So what I've noticed is this one over the back there, that one is exactly the same size, however at the end it's broken. So I think I've got that broken one, and I've got another broken one somewhere. I'll put those into the filter, and that should create a nice moving bed. So temperature's now cooled down, you can start having a think about getting the fish out. Well, we have got the little guys from the tank in here. Oh, there they go. That's where they are. Where are they gone? And as you can see, hey, look, a little bit lost in it. That's alright. I'll have some friends tomorrow. Whee! Just getting used to all the new space. These guys, I've decided that because I was messing about with that filter a bit longer than I was meant to. Bleeding dog. We're going to leave these guys until tomorrow morning. And that's because once I've caught them all out, I've then got to get the pump set up as soon as possible. And as soon as it was 8:30 already, that would allow me doing it in the dark. First thing tomorrow morning, we'll get these guys out. I've seen most of them. They've come up for a little feed. I've not gone too mad on the feed because the water is crap. Yeah. And then tomorrow probably we'll check out the guys that we lost. Yeah, not got as far as I wanted today because I was buggering about with that filter. But it's turned out alright. Might just wanna. No, that's alright actually. So there we go. Most likely it's going to leak because it's got no liquid black round there. I'm saving what little bit I've got left for doing bits and bobs on the little pond, because it's 15 quid a tube. Right, so I reckon that's it for today. The air's running. These guys should be firing on just the air tonight, and then we shall get that running tomorrow, get that emptied, get them out of there, and work out what's going on with the filtration and the pumps and everything. Give it a good cleaning out. Oh, I am juggling with the idea of getting the retrofit bottom drain, getting one of those and getting it fit up, but that's going to take a few days. It's also going to have to wait till at least Thursday when I get paid. So I'd like to do it, but it's probably not going to happen. Other than that, I think we're up to date. Yeah, so I had to cannibalise the air for the paddling pool off of the small pond, grow on pond, and I think it's worked out alright, apart from the fact that a couple of them, they just seem to be dodgy stones. But if I use them broken ones, well, that's boiling. If I use 2 of those on the actual what's it called? The moving bed filter. That's the one. You know, I could get there in the end, Carlos. So yeah, so that's bubbling pretty well. So that I reckon is going to turn over medium. What I was hoping for was having 3 of those like that. But so obviously having a 6-way split means that the air is not coming out as fast as it would do, which probably means that if I had a bigger oxygen pump, that's what you need, but we can't afford that. So those 2 pumping out broken ones, that should cover it. Alright then, go and go chill out, so I've been working all day. Nice, I'm not sweating anymore. It's cooled down a lot. So first thing in the morning, we shall get these guys out. Let's hope we don't find any more losses in the bottom. I'm expecting it though. I am expecting it. There are places that they can hide, especially in the under there. There's the cave. Under here, they can get under all these plant pots. They'll all be coming out. That's going to be coming out. The only thing I'm going to leave in the pond is the lily pad, because I do like my lily pad. It's doing alright actually. No buds it yet. Let's hope they give it a chance to actually flower. Last year I had 7 flowers, and before any of them could come out, they bloody eaten them all. So it's time to wrap this up for today and say see you tomorrow, guys. Good morning, beautiful people. Little guys are just onto the ripple. It is 6:20 in the morning. So after my last little video last night, we sat down and we started to watch people at the National. And we got to myself a koi pond, and that just made me sick as a dog. Because I've gone there, koi water pond, they're selling Aoki Dragon, and I absolutely love those fish. It's the absolute yellow on them. It's absolutely stunning. Yellow is one of my two favourite colours. The other one is royal blue. So, does my logo make a bit of sense to you now? So last night, yeah, we watched that. But I've gone to the National straight from Wales. And let's be honest, I did have the idea just before I went of throwing the cart bed in the cart and the tent and going straight from there, Wales, straight from holiday, straight to the National, finding some little quiet place to put my tent up, no one knowing, and do the National. But I would have then had to come back to this. I only had one day before we got to travel to Portsmouth for a funeral. Yeah, so Uncle Dave's funeral is Tuesday. Sunday today, and I think, it's looking a bit sort of stormy. I don't think it's going to rain. Looks like it's going to be another humid day when that cloud burns off. So I'm going to go and get dressed because I'm stood here in a dressing gown. And we're going to get these fish out as quick as we can. And they can join the 5 in the paddling pool. Alright, so I'll catch you in a bit, guys. That's all my prep done. Just started emptying the water. My God, it's disgusting. The easy pod, if I could get round that, but I can't really. Behind the plants. Right, so that's a little mousetrap Jenga, whatever you want to call it. Crazy track that gets the water out. And that's the easy pod. Black. There's the ace of spades. I've noticed there's K1 everywhere in this outside chamber. Alright, we'll look at that in a bit. Once we've got the fish out. So yeah, it's literally last 5 minutes. Started emptying the water. So we're going to keep an eye on that. That bubbler there that's broken. And I can find the other one that's broken. That's going to be perfect. In the moving bed chamber. Look at the fish there. You're not going to see a lot till they come out. And I'll probably just net them up. No bowl. Oh, sugar. Yeah, I'll get the bowl set up just in case I've got any wounded fish or anything. Yeah, let's go and prep that now. So, catch you in a bit, guys. Alright, that's the bowl sorted. Wound kit there. Paramedic kit. On for the proper stuff now. NC Labs. So, we're ready, and it's actually weirdly trying to rain. drizzle in the air. If it's going to come to anything, I don't know. Well, we've got 6 inches out of the pond now. Alright, what's left to do now is to sit back and twiddle my thumbs while it empties and catch all the fish, and I'll show you them once they're in the paddling pool. Alright, so catch you in a bit, guys. Oh, goodness me, why do we do this hobby? So, that down there, that big ghosty, is Lurch. And about 2 minutes ago, Lurch decided that he would jump. And the water now is about 2.5 foot from the top of the pond. And old Lurchy there, he got level with the top and almost came out. Oh, why do we do this? My heart's going. Don't do it again. Do not do it again. Give me a bleeding heart attack, mate. Oh, it can be so stressful at times, this hobby. Why do we put ourselves through it? Yeah, because we love them. That's why they give us so much more pleasure than they do pain. There we go. Oh God, I'm shaking. He made me jump at the time he did it, and then I seen him get that high. Christ oh bloody mighty. You wouldn't think a fish can jump out of a pond when you got 2 foot plus for him to jump out. But he was literally there by the cable, right at the top. You wouldn't think a fish that size could jump that high, but they can. Oh, they can. So, we're getting there. We're getting a little bit more stress. We can see the flower pot now for the lily pad. And after that, don't do it again, mate. Christ's sake. Ah, God. Oh dear, stress, stress, stress. Don't need it. Yeah, we know it's getting a bit low. We know, you know what's coming. Just want that ledge to appear as soon as possible. I would say another 6 inches. That would be good to start netting the fish. So, yeah. This pond is absolutely filthy. There's been no UV on it for the last week. No, don't do it again! Oh my God. Alright, I'm going to have to get him out, I think. Get him settled in the new pond, in the paddling pool. Oh my God, you see what I mean? Oh, that was nothing compared to the last one. He literally went straight vertical. Oh dear. The sooner this gets over with, the happier I will be. We've not found anything dead yet. What fish is that? Is that the Asagi? I think that might be the Asagi down there. I haven't seen him yet. Yeah, it is. It's the Asagi. So, one I haven't seen yet is the Matsukawabaki. Whether he was one of the ones that died or not, yet to check. See properly. But anyway, heart in the mouth sign there. So, let this drain out a bit more, and hopefully we'll be seeing fish in the paddling pool. Well, we can actually see them. Don't do it again, mate. Please don't do it again. Oh, Christ. Right, that's Gizmo. So it was the other one we lost. It wasn't Gizmo. Yeah. He's twin. Right then. let's start removing this fish pressure. So I'll check back with you when we can watch some nice fish in a nice clear water. So we got the first two out, and I think the little can show up, and the seamy's come up on him lovely now. On the other one that shocked me is the little chagoy. He is pretty much 20 cm now, I would say. Didn't measure him, but look at that. He has shot up in that pond. He should show up. Yeah. It's coming more red now as well, that shower. So he started off orange, if you remember him in the tank. See if we can just move him out. Yeah, his belly's changing. Coming slightly more redder. Actually coming a nice fish, look at that. So that's the first two out. Go and get some more. I'm guessing we're halfway through now. It's coming over more cloudy, which thank you. We need it nice and cool. It's not that warm today. Just what we needed. Thank you, ever gods. And we've got a few surprises. So, one surprise is number 12. There he is. Doing alright. Looks like he might have put on a centimetre or two. Getting up to a similar size of Neo there. Big yellow. When I got her out, she's completely covered me in crap from the pond, so a bit wet. And the Yamato Nishiki, he's got a really nice body shape to him now. Or her. So it's another one we're proud of. Benny's darkening up. That orf. Wow. Okay, it's a cliche, but that orf is absolutely stunning now. The depth on it, you can't really appreciate it. It's getting up to catching up for where the old matriarch was. I think that might be the new matriarch of the orf. Number 12. Yeah. Oh, that's what we missed. Hang on. Matsuba there is obviously sometime at a knot scale. You see that light patch just on this side there? Scale is growing back. That obviously is not to scale sometime. And the little tiny he show up and he's still around. Which is kind of weird. You'd think the smaller fish would suffer from the oxygen loss first, but yeah, Neo's doing alright. Doesn't seem to have grown much. Got a little bit more body to him. That's my little Genrin Kahaku. Still orange. Don't think it was one with Great Benny. Yeah, he's only 20 quid. So the heat shower's coming up nice. A bigger one. Nice pattern on that side. Whee. So those three there are definitely destined for the grow on pond. As is the Yamato. As is Neo. Little Purachina. And the Kinki Azuri. So let's go and get the others out. before they start splashing everywhere because they got no water left. Let's have a look how we're doing. Yeah, so yeah, there's a few fish down there. Like I say, we're about halfway through. All I'm doing is just letting them swim over the net and then netting them. So we are going slow. We're almost down to the ledge. Just start finding the bigger fish and getting them out before they start flapping all over the place. So I'm going to crack back on and come back to you in a bit. Okay, so the seagulls have just flown over me going absolutely mad. And I looked up and they were chasing a bleeding heron. I don't need this bugger around while I'm doing this, and all the covers are off. Alright. Starting to rain a little bit. Let's keep an eye out. I don't need that bugger in my pond. Still got the net a little bit open on the paddling pool where I'm transferring fish. So, quick as we can, let's get these fish out. Well, there we go. It's all the fish safely over. I've not seen any left in the pond. Had a bit of a check. Not quite sure what numbers we're at now, so 2 fish that I definitely haven't seen come out. A Matsakawa Baki and the tiny little shower that we put in just before holiday, the one that was nibbling other fins. He's no great loss. Matsakawa Baki was quite nice, but we can try and get another one of those. So, I think I'm not going to bore you with a massive job of cleaning out that blooming pond. We're going to get the filter and the pump hooked up on this, and I suppose now we'll close up this episode, as we're possibly running up to about an hour's worth of video now. So I'd like to say thanks for watching, and thanks for liking and subscribing to the channel. And next episode we will talk a little bit more about the competition that we're doing. It's completely blew my mind for this episode. Once we get this figured out, we can then... Ooh, just noticed something then. The Matsuba's got a split tail fin. Oh well, let's hope that heals up. There you can just see the top of it. Big split down it. Didn't notice it when he was in the net. He's lost two scales. Dumpty's lost a scale. It seems to be growing back. So, yeah, that's going to be about it for this episode. And yeah, more competition info. I'm probably going to restart it, give everybody a fresh go. Fresh free guesses. It's only because of what's happened. And people jumping in and putting all 3 guesses in within 3 or 5 minutes. So we will wipe the slate clean with that probably. Do a fresh post on it and say starting from the new competition, and once I get building a little filter that we're going to be making for the prize, and there we go, we'll do it. And probably what I will do is, when I do go to Perfect Aquatics, we'll pick up a gift voucher from there, because that'll probably be universal for most people. If you're from abroad, then we'll get you one for wherever it is, and we'll carry the Perfect Quacks voucher onto somewhere else. So, from me, from these little guys, I will say, see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Your support means everything. Apart from this, my mental health was doing alright. But I think it's not took that much of a hit, to be honest. Possibly because I was in a good place. But we'll get back there. We'll get that pond cleaned out. We'll be able to see the fish. And we'll get the bill cracking on with. Well, I've got about 8 minutes of video left before we hit an hour. So, I think, you know what I just said about it ending? Because what we haven't done is I haven't shown you the actual filter working. And what happened was, I turned it on, and then 100% it was going to leak, and it did. So it was leaking far too much for my liking. So I had to go out and go and get some more liquid black because it's run out. Well, I could only get the clear stuff, which is pretty much like silicone. So I've silicone that around, put a little bit extra on. I hope it does the same job as the black. I hope it's weather resistant. And yeah, just gotta wait for that to dry. Yeah, it's literally been done, so it's still completely and utterly soaking. The sun did come out for 5 minutes. It's gone behind a cloud now. So we'll give that half an hour or so to dry, and we will refill it, and hopefully no leak. Because actually, when I filled it up and it was going, it was working an absolute treat. So these guys, still the small ones are still a little bit skittish of the big ones, and we've also noticed that we are missing the pug-nosed Puratina. Now, when I looked at them and they were all frozen together, I couldn't really tell what was what. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait a little while, because the bins aren't due to be emptied for another 2 weeks. So not this Friday, next Friday, we'll get them out of the freezer, we'll have a look exactly what we lost, and then we can plan some replacements. But all in all, it could have been worse. I could have lost the entire pond. So there's no blame attached to anybody. Most people did the best. The only person I'm really pissed off with is Brian, because he's took advantage. And there you go. I'm a kind of person, you fuck over once and you don't get to do it again. And I've got a very fucking long memory for things like that. So, we now do not have, apart from New Forest Koi, anywhere in Bournemouth that's decent for getting koi. The nearest place to me, there's one out towards Piddlestown, whatever they call it. And then there's Howie Koi that I've never been to, which is out at Dorchester somewhere. So, There's a little business opportunity if anybody's interested. We have Southern Aquatics, which is naff. They don't look after the fish. Now I've even approached them and said I'll do it, but to be honest with you, they haven't got the space to do koi properly. Then we've got Maidenhead Aquatics, sorry for swearing, which is yeah, they're just as useless as Southern Aquatics, but more expensive, and they're out towards Christchurch. Other than that, there's nowhere. We lost Greenmine Aquatics a few years ago because they wanted to, the garden centre they were in, they wanted to put in a swear word again, Maidenhead Aquatics, but they wouldn't do it because they've got one in Wimborne and they've got one in, like I say, Christchurch. So that got shut down and never reopened as far as I'm aware. I've never been back to the garden centre. So yeah, if anyone wants to club in and get a koi dealership set up down there, I'd be interested in working for you. At the moment, it'll be free work because I'm on benefits. And the stupid rule about benefits is, if you're on mental health, ESA, you can do volunteering work, but you can't do volunteering work if the person or the business you were doing it for would actually pay you for the work, which is stupid because, you know, apart from a charity shop, everyone pays you. So it's classed as nominal work, not voluntary work. So I think I'm going to have to do something like that on the slide, just to get my knowledge up, because there's no scheme for like an apprenticeship or to cover you for like training, unless you're young, just come out of school, which I'm not. So yeah, right, it's about 2 minutes left on this that we've got. So I'm going to switch off now and then show you the pump when it's ready. You see, when you use the right stuff, you don't get any leaks. Well, there's a tiny little drip there that A, I can't get to, and B, I can't be bothered to get to. So there we go. One temporary filter. That's working alright. I only got it on 30% at the moment. There we go. It comes up, goes through the pipe, just like the one inside. Comes out at the bottom, goes up for a couple of sponges, and that big media is from the old pressure filter. There you go. Right, now we can crack on with today's main job, which is the main pond. So, in this episode, I will now say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking and subscribing and supporting the channel. It does mean everything to me. Helps me combat setbacks like this. And then, yeah, until next time, it's from me and these dudes. That's all I've got to say is peace, love, and out.